Alrighty, what's up, y'all? I'm live again. I thought I would do something. I don't know. Uh, go live after Brandon's thing. If anyone wanted to join and have a conversation or whatnot. Um. So yeah, it's been. I've been doing all right. I'll give a little life update. Um. I already plugged the music thing, so I don't have to do that a thousand times. But I'm pretty excited about that. Work's been going well. Um, Figuring out other things in life that takes time. If you guys want to join, I will post the link right there. Bye bye. Bam. Come on in. We can talk about whatever you want. Not very picky. Um, yeah, life's been getting interesting. Kind of getting back on track. Um, there we go. I pinned it so I don't have to hear my voice anymore. Haha. Boop. All right. But yeah, if you guys want to come in, feel free to. We can have whatever conversation about whatever. Uh, I will say I am pretty excited for when voting starts. I don't know if I'll make it to round two, but I'm hoping that since I did diligent, I plugged it basically everywhere I could think of. I got to do it on uh, TikTok, but I don't want to do that right now. I'm hoping I at least make it to the second round. I mean, it's not gonna end my life if I don't, but it make me feel a bit better. We got England. What's up, buddy? Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
How's it going?
Hang a minute. Hang on. Let me just I've got my fan on because it's actually quite warm in the UK at the moment. So forgive me if there's a bit of a flutter in the background, but I'm not too bad,
You're good,
thank
buddy.
you. How are you today?
I'm all right. Work was work, but it is what it is.
Work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know all about work. I was at work yesterday. I have work this afternoon. So I've got some time on my hands this morning. It's actually 8:32 a.m. So I've got a bit of time on my hands.
Yeah. I don't gotta work until 12 hour, 14 hours from now.
Oh,
So
cool.
I
That's
thought I'd go live for a little bit, get some sleep when I get tired, and
so.
go back to the.
What's the time where you are?
Currently, it's 3:33 a.m.
3:33 a.m. Do you people ever sleep?
Yeah, I have a weird sleep schedule since I work nights. So I go to bed around like 7 a.m.
You working nights?
Yeah,
My brother used to work nights. He's security, but he works throughout the days now. Because it's
yeah, I
better.
prefer night shift.
He has the weekends off so he can see his son.
Yeah, I don't have any kids, so I like working the night shift. Only thing bad about it is everything's closed when I get off work, but
Oh, there you go.
that's the only like downside to working night shift, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I invited Isaac. I don't know if Isaac's gonna join, but I was very confused on what point he was trying to make. But
Yeah, it is. Here's the thing. I know Brother Isaac has actually said openly that he was in special ed school years ago,
mm,
um, and that he has trouble figuring things out. But I think his heart's in the right place. I think he's trying to. He's I think you know. I think he knows Jesus. Jesus knows him more importantly.
right,
Um, I know that he tries his best and everything, but you know, like if he goes say like to Beckham, I mean, I like considering Beckel's a Calvinist, and so most of his panel. And I'm not a Calvinist. I will never ever be a Calvinist because it just does not make sense. Just like universalism, it doesn't make sense at all. But I do appreciate the scripture that they read and some of the communication. But when Isaac goes over there, and then they're back and forth, and then all of a sudden more people are coming, and they'll gang up on him, sort of thing. Like Jill asked him a question about math. I heard it in the video Vettel uploaded today. You know, asking him what's 16 divided by 2, what's it, you know, and all this sort of thing. I mean, trying to trap him with such, you know, with these mathematical questions and all that, and then because Isaac couldn't answer, they started laughing at him. To me, that's bully.
I mean, I don't have any context on it, but I'm sure it was them being a dick. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, is there anything you want to talk about?
So what did you have in mind?
I mean, I thought I thought Ribby Rob and everybody that was in that conversation wanted to come over here and continue it because I'm not gonna lie, I kind of spaced out a little bit towards the end.
Like tired?
No more. I have my ADHD brain ass just got distracted by something shiny.
Yeah. I mean, today's verse. I've got an app called YouVersion App Daily Verse, which I absolutely love, and it came up today. Maybe we can talk on verses if you want to. It's up to you.
Sure,
Channel.
yeah, we could do that.
Because today's verse was. Let me just get it up. It's a beautiful app. I think Isaac uses it as well. It's Romans 6 verse 5.
Mm,
If we have been planted together in the likeness of his death, we shall be also in the likeness of his resurrection. And of course, Romans is a beautiful chapter. Romans 6. So Romans 5 says, you know, grace abounds. Where sin abounds, grace superabounds. And then a lot of people just leave it at that, but forget to go into chapter 6 because there's more. So reading from verse 1, what shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin, that grace may abound? God forbid. How shall we, that are dead to sin, live any longer therein? Know
right.
ye not that so many of us, as were baptized into Jesus Christ, were baptized into his death? And I like that because when we came to faith, many of us, you're in the faith, right?
Yeah, I am.
You believe that the Lord Jesus Christ is the only begotten Son, God manifested in flesh, came to pay for our sins with his blood to forgive us, and he died, was buried, and resurrected to newness of life. So those who, as Romans 6:17 says, to obey the gospel, believe with all your heart and faith, you know, you're saved, right?
Yeah,
So therefore, we're baptized into this. Many people use water baptism. Yeah, the scriptures talk in the New Testament of being water baptized, but for the Jews in Israel, Acts chapter 2, verse 38, they were baptized in the name of Jesus Christ for the remission of sins, baptized in water. And then, of course, the Gentiles later on in Acts, which is a transitional book, Acts chapter 10, verse 43 onwards, talks that Peter was talking to the Gentiles rather, forgive me, and they heard this truth about the Lord Jesus, and the Holy Spirit fell on them. Now, when the Holy Spirit fell on them, which means they believed on this truth. then afterwards they were baptized. So there's a difference of events for the Gentiles, which I find quite fascinating. So we were baptized, and then you got the baptism of the Holy Spirit, baptism with fire, all these beautiful things the Scripture says.
Right.
Therefore, we are buried with him by baptism into death, that like as Christ was raised up from the dead, because he is risen, and that's also to be preached as well. Very important. Christ was raised up from the dead by the glory of the Father. Even so, we also should walk in newness of life, and I find that important as well, because we are raised to life and have a newness of life, and we walk in this life. So to walk in
Yeah.
this,
Go
gone.
ahead. I was just gonna say my one of my favorite verses is Luke 9:23. Then he said, "On to them all, whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves and take up their cross daily and follow me." But
Amen.
I just interpret that as someone who is saved trying to better themselves and not act like they were the day before, which is not an easy thing to do.
No, it's not, and
Yeah,
it's not an easy walk.
no. Hey, love the love God. How you doing? Like one of the thing, like I don't have a hatred towards like Veckel or Jill or anything like that. I mean, I dislike Jill most of the time, if I'm being honest. But just because um, just because Calvinism doesn't make sense to me doesn't mean I can't be friendly to them.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
that's one of the things. It's one of the things I've been, I guess you could say, preaching is even though we disagree, we can always be kind. You know,
Yeah,
we're supposed to
yeah,
love our brothers, not hate them.
yeah, yeah, and that's where I agree with you on that. Um, despite difference of doctrines, despite Beckel and Jill being Calvinists, I mean, some of them are staunch. Some of them are worse than Beckel. Some of them are really staunch Calvinists. I don't know whether to say Beckel was or not. Many people would say, but I'm not going to say. But I have heard Beckel preach the gospel, saying he believes in that. God knows the heart of the man, you know.
Right. That's why I don't claim to know if someone is saved or not because only God can know that.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
it's a very slippery slope to go around saying people aren't saved.
Yeah,
Just
like
just
what?
in my no, I haven't been reading my Bible a lot, mostly because right now I use online, but the plan is when I get some free time, I was going to go through Revelations again on my own because it's probably my favorite book in the Bible.
Revelation, the end times.
Yeah, I also really like Psalms. I think Psalms is probably my second favorite.
Yeah, I'm in Matthew at the moment, in chapter 9. Uh, I did read Luke last. I was in the hospital recently, so I read Luke. And what I love about Luke is that he talks a lot about the healings that Jesus did.
Right.
All the miracles and the people he healed, like making the lame walk, bringing sight to the blind. Luke 4, later on in Luke 4, he says he's come to heal the brokenhearted, to restore sight to the blind, to heal those that are sick. And that was, he said, this is the acceptable year of the Lord. And
Right.
that was his that was his ministry, wasn't it? Bringing people back to God, turning their hearts back to the Lord and to the truth, bringing
Yeah.
this doctrine. And this doctrine was very, very new to a lot of people. but many understood, many didn't understand. But that's why he used parables for it.
Yeah. I mean, I think that like if just from my view on things, right? Like I don't preach uh just because like I wasn't called to. And like I don't like me like a lot of my outside of YouTube friends. We don't really talk about religion a whole lot, but like if they ask me questions, I'm usually pretty charitable, you know. And I think that like the best way to show that you're a Christian is just like acting like one, even like, and that's like I know that's a easier thing to say because like everybody has their own shortcomings and everything, but like one of the things that I've been trying to do is kind of like work on my anger, if that makes sense. Like if someone says something I don't like, I shouldn't just jump to personal attacks or anything. And it's it's been a challenge. Um,
Oh, I know. I know from personal myself. I know from myself that's been my one of my downfalls.
yeah,
That's yes, it's because even though we want to strive for holiness in God's word, well, God is holy, so that's the one. That's what when I talk about holiness, I'm talking about God because He is
yeah,
holy, and we want more of Him. So but sometimes sometimes when things get to us, we can lose it, and I know that I've done that, and it's not a good look. But hey,
yeah. I
it's not
mean,
easy.
like I don't want to sound like I'm like hinting at people or anything because I'm really not. It's just like even today I got mad at work. I got mad over something stupid, and I'm like, why am I mad over this? Like, it doesn't really matter. Why am I frustrated? So I'm just like, Lord, please help me with this. Because like one of the things that I said earlier was you're supposed to die to flesh daily, and I know that my anger is a part of my flesh, so I'm trying to put that in God's hands and have Him help me with it.
Exactly. It's only God. It's only God that can do that. He can help us if we submit to Him. I like what James says in James 4 verse 6 to 7 about no God resists the proud, but giveth grace to the humble.
Yeah,
Sometimes it does take God to humble a person, and when God does that, it's not comfortable. Um, but it's for a reason because it's a bit like Hebrews 12:7 to 8 says, that He chastens us, and if we
hmm
are children, if we are sons, and we know that chastening, but if we're not, then we are the King. I would use the King James, which it's not a swear word, but it just says, "Then ye are bastards and not sons." But obviously, the word bastard is illegitimate. But either way, um, I've had that chastening. So I'll give you an example for my own self. So about 4 years ago, I'd say, I was doing something and justifying it, and it went on for a couple of years. Not on YouTube, off YouTube.
right.
I was continually doing something that I shouldn't have been. I should not have been doing, and I, kept making excuses for it and thinking that the Lord would justify me for it. And of course, it took God using a person in my life to bring me out of it. And it's like I don't know how to explain it, but I knew that the Lord was saying, enough of this. This isn't, you're not doing yourself favors here. And I felt, I knew that chastening was happening, and I knew the Lord was disappointed with me. And of course, I didn't come onto YouTube for a couple of weeks. Rather, I was seeking God about this and sought His forgiveness. And of course, I went to a brother one day for a cup of tea. He said, "I've got a verse for you, brother. I don't know why, but it says, you are forgiven. It talks about being forgiven, and it's like, I think I've just got my answer. So, you know, Ben, do you remember the TK situation where TK blocked me and Beckles, and you announced it, and Beckle reacted immediately, just and didn't give this weirdo his way? Beckle is a good guy, and there's something wrong with people who don't acknowledge him in the right way. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Hold on. Let me just. Ben, do you remember the TK situation where TK blocked me in Beckle's chat and you announced it and Beckle reacted immediately? Just
Mm.
didn't give this weirdo his way. Beckle is a good guy and there's something. Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah, good. Yeah, I've forgotten all about that now. But yeah, I remember Jared TK, yeah, blocked you. And I said, hey, I think I said something like, love to love God didn't say anything wrong. Come on, that's not right. I can't remember, but yeah, Beckle's alright. Calvinist or not Calvinist, I think Beckle's alright.
One of the things on my channel that I like to do is I like to talk about music a lot, and I'm not recommending this for everybody because it's got a lot of strong language on it, and so it might not be for everybody. But there's an album by an artist named Kendrick Lamar, and the album is called "Damn," and there's a lot of there are some biblical themes on that album, and one of them references the story of Job. And so I've been listening to that album, and then I'm planning on doing a little breakdown at some point and pointing out what all he talks about. It's a great album, and it's one of my favorites for sure.
Awesome.
It is not Christian rap. I will very much say that it is. There are some harsh words on there, so if you are not into that, you probably will not like this album.
No, I'm not into that, no. But I do like, there are some secular songs that I have heard without the, the filthy language, obviously. But
Yeah,
there are some beautiful secular songs. So you've heard of the singer Celine Dion?
I have heard of her. Yes.
Yeah, so Celine Dion, I've got all her LPs, I've got all her CDs. I just love the girl. I think she's a wonderful singer.
Well, she's a great singer.
She's powerful, but she can't sing as much as she used to due to something wrong with her voice and she's lost a
Mhm.
lot of weight. But anyway, she sang a song in the 90s, and it was called "Faith Can Move Mountains," and that's
Mhm.
pretty cool. I think that comes from a biblical aspect. So it's like, uh, with a little faith, we shall live, trust and believe in love. So of course, love can move mountains, believe in your heart. So you got all these beautiful words just coming in together.
Right.
Love can move mountains, baby. I'm sorry about that.
No, you're good, buddy.
So yeah, and then you got other beautiful things. When you want it the most, there's no easy way out. And all these beautiful songs, are just one of the most beautiful. Have a look in your own time, Q. But one of the most beautiful songs that she sang once was with the blind opera singer Andrea Bocelli,
Right.
and it's called "The Prayer." Um, I won't sing it, but I'll give you some of the words that come from it. And every time, I tell you, every time I hear the song from Celine Dion and Andrea Bocelli, "The Prayer," I can't resist, but I just I just blubber like a baby. I'm telling you, literally, it touches the soul. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace. His faith so we'll be saved. I pray you'll be our eyes and watch us where we go and help us to be wise in times when we don't know. Let this be our prayer as we go our way. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace to a place where we'll be safe. And then in Italian, La luce ciento die. I pray we'll be alright. Necure Celestia, and hold it in our hearts. Ricordata se c'è, when stars go out each night, Laterna stella se. Let this be our prayer when shadows fill our day. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace, give us faith so we'll be safe. And then in Italian, they both sing. I can't say all this, I'm not fluent, but it's like Sogniamo liando mondo senza piano per l'ansiamo mondo quotidiano. So it goes on. There's a song I always have to cry when I listen to it. Papa, can you hear me? Sung by Barbara Streisand. Oh, I love Barbara Streisand. Barbara
I
Streisand. Oh,
do not know that song. I won't lie. But I brought up the Kendrick Lamar album. One of my favorite things is there's a song called Yeah, YAH, and the corresponding Bible verse is Deuteronomy 28:45. And all these curses will come on you. They will pursue you and overtake you until you are destroyed because you did not obey the Lord your God and observe the commandments and decrees he gave you. It's one of my favorite songs on the album. The other one of my other ones is give me 1 second. Uh, Lust is another one, and the corresponding verse is James 4:4. You adulterous people, do you not know that friendship with the world is enemy with God? Therefore, whoever wishes to be a friend of the world makes himself an enemy of God. Like he doesn't directly like say these verses in his music, but it's like he did an interview and talked about what like how when someone broke it down, they're like, "Hey, is this what you meant?" And he's like, "Yeah, this is the verse he was talking about." It's a great album. You gotta listen to it. Love that song L2L. Rob, you should come in, man.
yeah, come in.
I'll probably check it out at some point.
Papa, can you hear me? Papa, can you hear me? Got it. I love music. I love music. I love all. You've heard of Enya before?
Inya?
Enya.
Maybe.
She's a Celtic Irish singer. Enya sang Orinoco Flow, Come Back to Me, Dark Sky Island, so many beautiful ones. And on YouTube, her songs are filled with pictures of nature, mountains, waterfalls, seas, hills, trees, flowers. And every time I hear her voice and see those images, I always think of God and His creation and Jesus, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. I always think of them.
That's a neat. I'll have to check it out at some point.
Yeah, have a listen. She's wonderful. She's got a very soft voice, but her uh, uh, she is nice. So, oh yeah, I've got it, I've got it. There's the song, Papa, Can You Hear Me? Does it start out like this? Love to. Uh, hold on, come on. Okay, so it goes, God, our heavenly Father, O God and my Father, who is also in heaven, may the light of this flickering candle illuminate the night the way. Your spirit illuminates my soul. Papa, can you hear me? Papa, can you hear me? Papa, can you find me in the night? Papa, are you near me? Papa, can you hear me? Papa, can you help me not be frightened? Looking at the skies, just like I did last night on my walk with the dogs, just seeing the stars, it was beautiful. Looking at the skies, I seem to see a million eyes. Which ones are yours? Where are you now that yesterday has waved goodbye and closed its doors? The night is so much darker. The wind is so much colder. The world I see is so much bigger now that I'm alone. Papa, please forgive me. Try to understand me. Papa, don't you know I had no choice? Can you hear me praying? Anything I'm saying, even though the night is filled with voices. Oh, beautiful, beautiful lyrics.
What's up, pseudonym?
Hey, what's up? What's going on?
What's going on, man? How you doing? So, you there, pseudo?
Yeah, what's going on?
Not much. What's going on with you?
No, there was some guy like praying or
Oh, he was just
preaching
quoting a strong lyrics.
song lyrics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, you know Air from Bob. I don't know that song either, love. Not gonna lie. But now some songs that I do not know.
What do you call yourself?
My name's Quentin, but you can call me Q if you want.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So what's the topic?
There really isn't one at the moment. We were just talking. If you want to bring up one, you can.
You're talking about what?
Just music and song lyrics.
Music and song lyrics.
Mm-hmm. Did you have something you wanted to talk about?
No, someone gave me a link here.
Okay.
I think Brandon. But I thought when I came here, you were gonna say something or make a point or.
No, I just was saying, hey, what's up?
I just noticed Isaac's live.
Yeah, I did too.
I just commented saying I'm at Q's channel, your channel.
I think he's going over at Brandon's.
Yeah, oh dear. No!
Rob, Love to Love. If you guys want to check out that album, you should. What's up, Orla? How you doing?
Oh, was that a pseudonym? Hello, pseudonym. Hello, Ben.
Yeah,
Have you been doing, pseudonym? Yeah, been alright. Just going down the street. Oh, that's good. That's good.
yeah, Rob, the one by Kendrick Lamar. Also, not too bad. Orla, how are you? I I don't know if you'll fully like it, Rob. It might kind of be out of your wheelhouse, but if you want to check it out, it's called Damn, Damn. No, Not Like Us was a single, but the album is called. There you go. Just heading to the post office. Nice. Yeah, I've got a song from that album stuck in my head.
So you're not willing to conversate. You just want
I mean, I
to.
asked if you wanted to talk about something, and you went quiet again.
No, it makes it seem like you're trying to promote yourself as like an artist. It's just
No, we're just talking. We were talking about an album that I specifically brought up because it has elements from different Bible verses. But like I said, if you're wanting to talk about something, feel free to open up the conversation, or don't. That's your choice.
okay. Then I will agree with you.
Kendrick Lamar is one of the few modern or hip hop rap that I can tolerate. He's very bright in his art. Yeah, he does do a lot of lyrical stuff.
Okay, I didn't tell you to criticize other artists.
I wasn't. We were talking about an
You
artist
just
that I
did.
like.
Okay.
I was reading, bro. If you don't want to be here, don't. I'm not criticizing anybody. I was literally reading a comment that was in my chat. Never once did I criticize Kendrick Lamar.
You just did. You literally just did.
I literally just didn't, but okay. Neville Warner. I don't know who Neville Warner is.
Is this your thing? You just want to talk about music and rap
What do
artists?
you want to talk? Okay, Pseudo, what do you want to talk about? What would you like to talk about? Since you're so
It's your
biting at the
show,
bit about my.
bro.
It's okay, and I'm talking about just random things that are going on in the side chat. So you're chomping at the fucking bit. What do you want to talk about?
Okay, so I'll be back. Is that what you want? You just want to talk to the people
Dude,
in the
there's not
chat?
a set conversation going on. If you'd like to bring something up, go for it.
It's your channel.
Okay,
Talk about what you want to talk about.
then why are you complaining about it? I'm
Because you
engaging with
haven't
the
made it.
audience. Am I not supposed to do that?
Bro, it's your channel. I just
Okay.
literally hopped on your channel.
Okay.
Okay.
And all you've said is all you're going to talk about is music, or you've said that I'm talking to the people that are making comments. Yes, I'm engaging with the audience because there's not a set conversation right now. Would you like there to be one? What would you like to talk about? I'm interested to talk about anything. What would you like to talk about?
It's your channel.
So you don't have anything you want to talk about?
Apparently you don't.
Okay. Also, if you're still watching English, thank you for joining. Appreciate it, buddy.
I really don't care what topic you want to talk about. I'll vibe with you. Just name a topic. It's your channel. You're in charge.
Okay. Thank you for saying that. It literally means gog warmer, lol. Or fog, sorry. What kind of music do they make, love? Like what's their thing? Does anybody like JT music or Daddy Fat? I do. I listen to JT and Daddy Fat Snaps. I love their music. Oh, it's classic music. Okay. Now I know what you mean. I thought you were talking about something else. My bad. Rob Reed, what's up, brother?
How's it going?
Not too bad. How are you?
Good. Just finishing work. I'm probably going to go to bed pretty soon. But I feel like such an old man when I see JT music or Daddy Fat Snap. Sounds like somebody made it up.
Yeah, it's a nerdcore rapper. They rap about like comic books, anime, things like that.
Daddy Fat Snaps. They
Yep.
make it big like on YouTube, or are they really
Yeah,
big?
they're a pretty big YouTube rapper. And JT Music also makes game music. So
Wow.
they're pretty big on YouTube.
I was really into that in the 80s. Very
Oh,
into rap music.
So we were talking about football earlier. We didn't get very far in it. So what makes you a Rams fan? Is it just you're from St. Louis?
No, not St. Louis. I'm a homer, so LA, where they are now.
They are. You're right. They are in LA. My bad.
Yeah, so I was a Raider guy over the Rams until the Raiders left, and so they're dead to me because it was like a divorce when they left. So when the
And now they're
Rams
in
came
Las
back,
Vegas.
I forgave them because I'm a forgiving sort.
Yeah, I don't understand why they went to Vegas. I think there's a bunch of different cities that could have definitely used the income from like ticket sales and stuff, but
Money, man, all comes down to money. They were looking for a city that was going to build a stadium and not require outlay on their part, and
that
so
makes sense.
they were in Oakland, and they're like, and that's why they left LA too, because the Coliseum is a hellhole, the Memorial Coliseum, and it was just an ugly place, and it didn't have any real shelter. I mean, it was miserable. I was when the Rams came back, we bought season tickets for them that season. And the very first game that they were back as a preseason game against the Cowboys, which happened to be the very first game that Dak Prescott ever played and the very first game that Jared Goff played. Prescott was amazing, actually. But there was, or maybe I'm thinking about the next week because that was a night game, I think. But there was, I think it was the first game of the season, the regular game, where they didn't have enough water like to go around, and there weren't enough water fountains, and people were like bathing in the sinks there because the Memorial Coliseum gets so hot.
Yeah.
So basically,
My mother told me that alligators are angry because they got all them teeth and they got breath. They got no toothbrush.
what?
He's quoting Waterboy.
Oh, was he? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that one like the back of my hand. I only saw that once in the theater, and that was enough. It was good. I laughed. But Adam Sandler isn't one of my faves.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
Stop it.
He had some really bad movies.
Yeah.
Little Nicky might be one of the worst movies ever made.
Stop it.
Did you like that one?
Have you
I
seen
don't
Click?
remember it.
Have you seen Click?
Click
I have
was
seen
okay. It was okay. That came out, I think, during COVID, didn't it? I remember watching, or at least
No, that came out in like 2008, 2010 era.
that long ago.
Yeah, it's an old
Wow.
movie.
I thought Click was like, maybe that's when I actually saw it because I was bored and had nothing to do. So when I get bored, I don't like look at men from across a room. I just usually watch Netflix.
It came out on June 23rd, 2006.
2000 what?
6.
Click?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Time flies, man.
It does. You remember what's it called? Emperor's New Groove?
Which one?
Emperor's New Groove?
Emperor's New Groove. Yeah, I was pretty much an adult when that came out. You might have been a kid. What was that
Yeah,
like?
I was.
Early 90s?
Let's find out.
Yeah, Emperor's New Groove. I was probably
It came out December 15th, 2000. I was 2 years old.
Oh, wow.
Or no, I was 3. Sorry.
I was 31. That's how old I
Yep.
am.
Stop.
Yeah. Old man.
Anyway, there is a new Rams. I think they're building in California. A new Rams building or training session.
They're building a new facility in a place called the Warner Center. There's a big mall that's there, and it once was a great mall. Had a great AMC theater there, and it's pretty much a ghost town. They still have a Ruth's Chris Steakhouse there, though, and I heard that they're tearing down most of that area and they're building a training facility, but it's also sort of like a Rams-based mall.
It is. It's the same thing.
Well, that's where they're going to build it. They're going to tear down everything.
Yeah,
It's
why not?
mostly an abandoned mall right now. Beautiful area.
So what seats did you end up getting for the season tickets?
We've got nosebleeds.
There's
Because
nothing wrong with that.
well, I mean, yeah, I guess, but like when you get, I enjoy watching it still, but I tried to upgrade. The problem with getting tickets there, and it's really stupid because, well, for one, my wife isn't going to approve it, and I'd be stupid to approve. In order to get, I tried to upgrade. We're up at the high nosebleeds, and we're in a bad angle. It's a nice angle, but it's like upper left, and you're looking down, and the whole field's kind of like in a slight diagonal.
Do you know what yard line you're on?
It's not even a yard line. Where it ends like up end zone left side.
Yeah,
So it's way. So I tried to get 50-yard line, and so what those seats cost? We have 4 seats, and for the luxury, it's with new stadiums. I don't know if familiar you are with the way that they do stuff. I don't know if the city paid for SoFi. They might have put some money in, but basically they have these stadium seat licenses when a new expensive stadium gets built up. And for the luxury of being able to be a season ticket holder, we had to pay $1,000 a seat before we even bought tickets. Now, that sounds like a lot. When I wanted to move our seats over, same level, but 50-yard line, they said that I had to pay $4,000 a seat. So I could transfer the $4,000 we've already paid for the 4 seats that we have, and then to get a 50-yard line before the luxury of buying tickets, I'd have to pay. I'd get credit for the $4,000, but $4,000 for 4 seats, $16,000. So I'd have to pay them an additional $12,000 for the luxury of having those seats to be able to buy tickets there, and that's in the nosebleeds.
Yeah, that's insane.
In order to get the low seats, like let's say field level, $15,000 a seat for the license.
Yikes. Yeah, I know when Lucas Oil got built, the ticket prices were freaking insane.
Yeah, so that's a problem. So you could buy the seat. People that already did it. Usually, it's big corporations that spend the money to do that. I mean, if you get 4 seats down below, it's going to be 60,000 just to have and the license only lasts till it sounds like a long time, but time does go by. I'll be dead by then anyway, probably. But I think it goes to 2059, something like that. So it's our seats. But then there's an issue of, I think I'm out the money unless somebody takes over those seats. If I tell the Rams I don't want to buy anymore. And the primary reason that I bought them was, first off, because I knew the Super Bowl was going to be there the next year. Like, we had season tickets right away, and then we left because they were in the Memorial Coliseum, and I hated it. But when they built SoFi, I thought, well, I definitely want to check it out. I want to be a part of that. It's pretty exciting. And they had the Super Bowl. But I didn't win that lottery. Like, it's just done by lottery. And they're going to have the Super Bowl again this coming year, I think. And so I'll be involved. Hopefully I'll be able to get tickets this time. I hope.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
That will make it worth it, but I got it also for World Cup tickets, and they didn't give us a chance because FIFA's such a monopoly that, but for the Olympics, I bought some Olympic tickets already. I have the soccer final.
That sounds like a timeshare.
I can't imagine how much those World Cup tickets were, dude.
They were crazy. Because I wanted to go. My brother went to 2 games and he spent, I think, $1,500 a seat, something like that, maybe $2,000.
Holy crap!
And the Boonies, where I have the season tickets.
What game?
Jeez.
He saw Spain twice. He was there for the Spain quarterfinal. Was the best game that he was at. I'm trying.
It was Spain that won, wasn't it?
Yeah, they won the whole thing. So he saw the winner of the whole thing twice. That's so crazy. Which is cool. They have one of the hottest players in soccer right now, a guy by the name of Lamine Yamal. He's 18 years old or something. It's freaking nature.
Yeah, there was when the World Cup was going on, my friends and I joked that if Team America won, they had to legally change it from football to soccer. But because they didn't win.
Do you know the origin of the word soccer, though?
I don't.
Did you know it's British? That's what's the weirdest thing about it, is they jump on Americans for using the word soccer, and then the word soccer came from the British.
See, my favorite thing to come out of America holding the World Cup was all the different country people eating American food and being so blown away that it tastes great. And they were doing reactions. And they went to some of the shittiest restaurants here, dude. They went to Popeyes and oh my god, the chicken is so good. I'm like, oh dude, you went to Popeyes? Come on,
Could have
man.
been worse. It could have been KFC.
It could have been KFC. Okay, here's the thing. KFC's chicken is trash, but I like their sides. But their mac and cheese is on point.
See, you don't know because you're not that old, as old as me. KFC in the 70s was incredible. I mean,
they were pretty good. In the early 2000s, they were pretty good, but about 2012.
For me, they went down in the 90s, and their chicken is way too oily. And they changed back in the 70s. I don't know if you do you have any Filipino friends? Or have you ever had Filipino food? When they serve bread, there's a type of bread that the Filipinos eat. It's called pandesal.
Mm.
And the bread, and when you go to KFC now, they give you this hard biscuit, and it's not tasty at all.
Yeah,
it's just a waste. There's no reason to eat it. And back in the 70s, they used to serve delicious chicken that wasn't that oily. It was perfectly cooked. They put effort into it, and they served it with a pandesal roll. And so my wife's Filipino, and when we were dating, KFC had already stopped that. And I didn't know where to find that bread until I started dating Marie, and then she had bought a bag of this pandesal. And I go, son of a gun, this is what KFC used. Greatest bread ever because it has a ton of sugar.
It wasn't fufu there.
Orla says, well, Americans, we're just stupid. We're brutish. So we
A
like
little bit.
we like fighting. That's why we make fun of soccer players who like flop and stuff. But you know what? I discovered why. I know why they flop because I played soccer as a kid, and we were good, at least as far as it related to American teams, youth teams. And then we were so good, we got high and mighty, and word got out because the team that I was on finished third in the state of California. We were very, very good. And a German national team had gotten wind of us, and they brought their German national team over to play a friendly scrimmage with us, and they beat us 6-0.
Yikes.
But they cheated. They cheat, and this is what happens in a lot of the professional soccer. And by cheating, when somebody's, for instance, taking a corner kick, there's, of course, the refs are looking where they're kicking, and the linesmen are looking to make sure that somebody's not offside or where the positions are. But the defenders, when they know that referees aren't looking, they grab your jersey, they pull on it, they hold you, they prevent you from moving around. And that's what these guys did. And we had American refs who didn't know to look for that kind of stuff. So the only way you can draw attention to that stuff going around is to just flop. And we didn't do that because that's not how we were trained. It's like we were trained to get the ball, see ball, score.
Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy watching American football, but I do have to say, they got it light compared to people that play rugby, dude. That sport's insane.
Yeah, it's those people are crazy.
Oh yeah, dude. I remember watching a game with my dad when I was younger, and dude took a full cleat to the face, got a couple teeth knocked up, stood up, and was like, "All right, let's go again."
They have these great tournaments that they play in California occasionally, and I know they do it in Vegas too, and they probably do it in New York. I'm sure of it. There's this rugby league called the Sevens. Have you ever heard of that?
No, I've heard of Super Rugby League, but I haven't heard of the Sevens.
It's basically international. They're national teams. You get all the majors like New Zealand and Australia, and U.S. is in there. Samoa, the places where real big people, they're massive and fast. And the Sevens tournaments, look up Sevens tournaments in New York, and I bet you'll find one, and I highly recommend you go. Pretty amazing.
You know what's interesting is that rugby has less injuries than soccer and football combined.
I believe, less severe ones probably, and I believe it because when I played football in high school, my injuries, I broke my thumb, I broke my collarbone, and I tore the ligament in my knee. And the ligament in my knee was torn because a helmet hit me in the knee and made my knee go reverse the way it's not supposed to go, and then pop back in. And the collarbone broke because I think the shoulder pads, I got flipped over, and it was the equipment of the shoulder pads that broke it. And then I broke my thumb because somebody's helmet got right into my thumb. He just dove into my thumb. So it was equipment related. Yeah, every single injury.
And before that big publishing about CTE came out, I was getting frustrated with the NFL because they kept making rules like, "Oh yeah, we're doing the kickoff on, I think it's the 20-yard line now."
Yeah.
Which sucked because one of the things that I absolutely loved watching football for was seeing a team do a kickoff and the other team just running it straight to the end zone.
Yeah.
I was hoping for it every time.
It happens sometimes, but it's very rare now because of the new rule.
Yeah.
They'll probably change that eventually, I suspect. The thing that annoys me is the roughing the passer stuff.
Yeah, I will say they do call that a lot more than now.
Yeah, I think it's lame.
One of my favorite sports that I used to watch a lot of was UFC fighting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I used to be heavy into that.
That's pretty brutish.
Oh, dude, it gets gnarly.
Yeah, I can't watch that. It's too violent for even me. I'm soft. I'm a slow-paced, soft little game that fat guys can play. So I love baseball.
Who's your favorite team?
Dodgers. I'm LA. I'm totally a homer.
See, I thought we could be friends, man.
What's that? Oh, because you're a San Francisco fan?
No, when it comes to baseball, I'm a Chicago fan.
Okay, so is it the White Sox or the Cubs?
Cubs over White Sox, but I do root for the White Sox every once in a while.
Okay, yeah, I've been to both stadiums. Love Wrigley, and when I first went to, we called it the New Comiskey, and that was back in 1993. When I first went to Comiskey, it was just built. I think it was only like 2 or 3 years old at that point.
San
And
Jose
Right.
Padres.
The main reason we went there was to see Harry Carey. Also, there's the
San Diego.
tradition, but we wanted to see Harry Carey.
One of my favorite memories as a kid is in my adopted family. One of my cousins was supposed to play for the Texas Rangers, and before he got drafted to them, he would play for the Indianapolis Indians AAA team.
Mm-hmm.
And we would go to the stadium every once in a while when he'd give us tickets, and I loved going, dude. Everyone's like, this sport's boring. There's nothing to do. They're not doing anything, and I was just taking it all in. I was excited to be there.
There's ways. It's the same with soccer. You have to know how to watch it, and if you don't, then it is very easy to get bored. And it took me a long time. I love to play soccer. I love to play it, but I didn't like to watch it until I kind of learned how. And the best way to watch soccer is just to picture triangles, watch the triangles, try and pick where you would go if you had the ball, and consistently do that. And then it's very satisfying when they do score, even though it's few and far between, when you watch it that way. That's how I learned to watch soccer. And baseball, you have to just watch everything. There's so much going on in the game. My wife hated it until our son played Little League. And then
I like the psychology going on the field.
I got something to say here.
Totally. You're supposed to say, "Can I ask a question?"
Sorry, what?
You're supposed to say, "Can I ask a question?"
No, that was back then. We're just
okay.
chilling.
You changed. You've evolved.
We're just chilling.
You've gotten out of your primordial soup, and now you can replicate. Sorry. Go ahead.
Are you asking me a question?
Sort of. What was your comment? What was your thought?
No, yeah, because I played soccer and I played all these things, but sometimes it depends on what position you're in. So I played soccer for almost like 5-7 years, and I always played defense.
Mm-hmm. I played for 10 years. I was a center forward.
Right.
The only sport I played as a kid was hunting, and then you don't play that.
What did you play?
I made a joke that the only sport that I played was hunting.
Oh, sorry. Well, that's a sport, kind of, unless you're shooting people.
I mean, I wasn't doing any of that. The only thing that I have biased opinions on certain hunting. Like, if you go to a place where all the deer are kept in basically like a big cage, to me, it's not really hunting.
That's weak sauce. That is weak.
My favorite.
If you're going to do that, then they need to have lions there too.
Yeah, my biggest thing about hunting was like learning the deer pattern, like their behavioral patterns, when they go to bed, where they eat.
Would you kill them and then eat them too, though?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, no, I think that it'd be fun with people that just put fish in a barrel, basically, or deer in a barrel. That they should have lions out there freely roaming, hunting you while you're trying to hunt deer. Then it's a challenge.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's a challenge.
This is like an Elmer Fudd episode where Elmer Fudd hunts quails with a shotgun.
Or it could be like The Running Man, where like we just do that with prisoners. So rather than the death penalty, we can just play the game where we give them a rifle and we put them in a big cage with a bunch of deer and lions.
You'd think a 15-year-old on a weekend wouldn't be excited to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. But man, I swear every time my dad said, "All right, we're going hunting tomorrow," I don't even think I'd sleep. I'd just be so excited.
I was born and raised in California, so that's basically, those are dirty words.
Hunting.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I think a lot of the stigma on hunting is poachers, and to this day, I say poachers deserve the same thing they do.
Yeah, if you do it to eat, I know some people that were local to me, and I ate the fruit of their hunting. That they hunted quail a lot.
Mm.
So the experience with that was be careful when you chew because you might get the BB.
Yeah, no, man. Venison is really good for you, and it's a lot better for you than the beef that you buy at Walmart and shit, because it's not pumped full of crap you're not supposed to have in your body.
Yeah, and it's good. I've had venison before.
My dad makes the best venison jerky, like, in the state of Indiana. I swear.
So, how did you become a Chicago fan? Did I miss that? I'm sleepy.
What happened to the old-fashioned hunting where you just have a knife and it's 50-50 between you and a deer or a moose?
We evolved and made weapons that could shoot a deer or an elk. But I grew up in Indiana, and there really wasn't like a whole lot of professional baseball teams. So
Okay.
when I got into baseball,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, you had basketball. So are you into basketball? Because that's pretty big in Indiana, right?
Yeah, but I don't like the Pacers, man. I'm a Bulls fan.
Okay.
Cool.
I mean, well, that's good. I was a Bulls fan too. I'm player oriented. I always liked the Lakers, but the Lakers when they got LeBron, I was like, it was nice that they won a championship, but I don't watch it anywhere near as much as I do.
So who was the GOAT? Michael Jordan or LeBron?
It's no contest. It's Michael Jordan by far.
Yeah.
By far.
I mean, like, LeBron James has done a lot of stuff in his career that makes him good, but like I'd still put Michael Jordan above him.
LeBron James is a top 10 player because of longevity. Very good player. Very good player. But I think Kobe was better than him. And I don't even like Kobe that much, even though I'm a Laker fan. And I'm a Kobe fan too. But I don't think, I mean, he's not, no one compares to Jordan. Jordan had there are athletes and then there are like athletes. And Jordan had this ability about him, this grace and syncopation that you just don't see. You don't see it anymore. It's almost like watching ballet.
Right.
He was amazing.
No, I became a Bulls fan because when I was like 8 or 9, I got taken to a Chicago Bull game, and so kind of just cemented it. And
yeah. I collect sports cards. So let's just say I have a Michael Jordan rookie card. I don't have I do have some LeBron, but I don't have any like big LeBron rookies.
I thought that rookie card's worth
to me.
It's crazy, man. It's during COVID they went nuts, and right now, like I have a rookie card that the Jordan rookie cards from 1986, and I bought it in 2001. And I remember it was after I got a big settlement from something, and I paid $900 for it in 2001. Shortly after that, it went down to like $450, and I wish I bought 10. This in the past, I don't know what it's done in the last week, but in the last 2 weeks, one sold for $20,000. And and I have it graded. It's in plastic. It's 8 out of 10. A 10 out of 10 probably goes for $500,000 right now. The sports cards are crazy right now.
It says that in a PSA 8 and 9, it's anywhere from $20,000 to $35,000.
You would use AI? Yeah, that's where it is right now. But a 9 is, I think, well above that now.
I used to
maybe 50. The 9 would be like 50, and the 8 is 20.
I didn't collect sports cards. I was more into Yu-Gi-Oh than I was anything else, and I used to have
you should mail that
pretty
to
good
me
collection.
right now.
I should what?
I say you should mail that to me right now.
I have a big collection, man. I've been collecting for a long time, and I collected at the right time.
You should just mail it to me right now.
I'm not going to do that. I bought a PSA 3. It's a graded 3 out of 10. Jackie Robinson rookie, 1948. In 2003, I paid $375, and I overpaid for it. I sold that card 10 years later for $1,200, and then I put in another $800, $900, and I bought a PSA 6. And that PSA 6, look up what that is selling for. PSA 6, 1948 Leaf Jackie. I think the last sale was like 40, 50,000.
Charizards.
Those are good. Original, like the first edition. Those are huge, I think. I don't collect Pokemon. But I know.
Go back to what you were saying.
In a 7 and higher, frequently reaches between 85,000 and 400,000 plus.
Yeah, what does it say? The 6? Does it, because the 6 hasn't sold in a while, but I suspect I could probably list it for 60 to 70, but I think the last sale was 40, 45. But I paid. I'm only like 1,700 in it, and that's how much it's appreciated in 23 years.
You should just mail that to me.
I'll sell it to you.
No, just mail it to me.
I'll trade it for a house.
Just mail it to me.
It says a PSA 6 in excellent mint condition is genuinely valued between 35,000 and 45,000.
Yeah, but that's without a recent sale in the last 2 or 3 years, and the market has gone crazy. Especially the vintage market's gone very, very crazy.
See, I used to collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I had a really decent collection. My parents
still have them?
No, my parents unfortunately sold them.
Yeah.
But I had, and the problem with Yu-Gi-Oh is unfortunately the people that make it, Konami, do something called reprinting. So a card could be worth $5,000 today, and then in 2 weeks they'll reprint it, and it's worth basically nothing.
Oh, that's crap. That sucks.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why nobody scalps Yu-Gi-Oh products.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't see anybody really talking. It's Pokemon that everyone's pretty crazy about right now. And I love, who's really feeding the market right now is rich athletes, and it started during COVID.
Yeah, Logan Paul started that whole thing, and
Logan Paul had a thing to do, but a lot of mainstream and the mainstream athletes are getting into it because, I mean, the bottom line is there are cards selling almost every day for hundreds of thousands of dollars to millions. And what average person can afford that? You got to be like some obscenely rich person.
Like, I'm trying, my friends and I collect Magic the Gathering cards, and in the latest Marvel set, there was a card that's worth upwards of $17,000, and we were joking around like, if we pull that shit, we're selling it immediately.
Yeah, my brother, we both bought.
It's the Lotus, right?
No, it's in the Marvel set, and it wouldn't be a Black Lotus.
It's a gambling thing right now. So there was a Dodger set that Topps sold only online. In a pack is like a 15 card pack, something like that, and one of the cards is a special print card. And as far there's a card out there that's a 1-of-1 signed card by Ohtani, Yamamoto, and Sasaki, like the 3 Japanese heroes on the team. And that 1-of-1 I don't think has been found yet. My brother and I both have our packs, and it hasn't been opened yet. So we dream about the possibility, because that card could very well be a $2 to $3 million card.
Hell, dude, with Pokemon, even packs not even opened are fucking crazy. Like there's a box set of cards that came out in 2012 that go upwards of $1,200.
Wow.
Because they don't print them anymore. So it's crazy out here. Like,
what baseball's nuts is the 89 Upper Deck. And some people, if anyone's listening, if like you guys somehow got a hold of a Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card, those are gone nuts. And the 89 low number wax box, and I do own one sealed, and I bought that for $185 during COVID, is now worth about, I think, $1,000, $1,100.
Yeah, dude, people are spending
a 36 pack. People are paying stupid money right now.
People are paying stupid money for cardboard, and it's insane.
I could sell all my stuff and I could buy a house, and my wife's like, "Why don't you?" Because you got to pay tax on it. That's the thing. If I could sell everything that I have, and I could do one of those real estate transfers that I didn't have to pay tax on my capital gains on the cards, I would do it tomorrow, then I'd buy a house.
We'll see. The other problem with selling singles is 9 times out of 10 they're not going to give you the people buying it won't give you full price.
That's right, and there's a lot of fraud. So if you go out on eBay, this has happened a lot now, where people sell big cards, and you sell it with tracking, and even if it's tracked, they'll make a complaint and say, "I never got it; it arrived open, and the card wasn't in there." And then like PayPal and things, they'll give the money back, or they won't give the money back. They'll give the money back to the people that paid, who say that they didn't get. They hate buyers. There's places like PayPal and stuff, and they don't trust them, or they love the buyers rather. They hate the sellers, and so it's the only way to sell is to sell to a big auction house that takes a big cut, or to use a big card shop like Burbank Sports Cards or something. Is like the Disneyland Sports Cards. It's not very far from my house.
I will make a pact with both of you.
No, you won't be in my will.
If I ever win $100 million, I will give both of you $100 million.
If you win $100 million, you'll give us both. Are you friends with Isaac? Because it sounds like your math is pretty close to his.
Hell, 50.
If you win $100 million, you're going to give us both $100 million. Did you say, or just $1 million?
No, I said one.
Oh, okay. I'll take that. If I win, I'll give you each $1 million. If I win $100 million.
Man, with this music competition, the winner gets $50K, and even that for me is life-changing money.
No, that is life-changing. For a songwriter, that is life-changing money.
Well, the thing is, I'm not even excited about the money. I'm more excited about the opportunity to work with Timberland.
What? Yeah. How did I get confused with Isaac?
Because I thought that you said, if I win $100 million, I'll give you each $100 million. That was the pact. And if you only had $100 million, you couldn't give us each $100 million.
Okay. So you're okay.
If you won $200 million, but then I'd wonder, why would you give all your money away to us? Because,
Yeah, that's typical Isaac. I get it.
Hey man, I wouldn't say no to $100 million. I'm just saying.
No, I'd gladly pay tax on $100 million for sure.
So you're gonna get about $60 million of it after taxes.
Well, I think it would probably work out if it was $100 million. You would get less than that, I think. Unfortunately, if you took cash value, if you want cash value, I bet it'd be like 45. But I'll take 45 million.
I heard that getting a settlement though kind of screws you.
Not necessarily. Like for me, it wouldn't. It may be for you, you younger guys. But for me, I don't know how long I'm going to live, so I'd love to have as much money as I could to buy as much as I wanted. If I wanted, rather than have to wait and get it on an annual basis.
Yeah.
But I would basically, I think people feel that they can invest better than the government can. And I think that's probably true.
Oh, dude, I don't know shit about investing. I'll be real honest. I don't know anything about it.
But I think that if you just went if you had that much money and you went to an average bank, they would get you a financial advisor. And whatever they'd advise you, that you'd probably end up making at least 8 to 9% a year on average, at least overall, and maybe even 10. And and that would be better than if you got the money over the course of 25 years or whatever it is.
Oh, dude!
What the hell's Veckel doing up? I don't know what I'm doing up, but Veckel is up. Oh my!
Yeah, come on in, Veckel, if you want to. Dude, if I walked in with $100 million in my small town's local bank, they'd shit themselves. They're like, "We'll do anything. You want your back scrubbed? Well, we got you.
Yeah, exactly.
You want a pair of baby seal loafers? We got it. Come on."
Yeah, well, I still play the lottery, man. Shipping a chair, you can't win it.
Isn't that the same that a real estate agent can make?
Real estate agents can make a lot of money.
Yeah, but you talk about 10%. That's 10%.
No, I think you get 5 or 6, and then oftentimes there are multiple parties in there that are taking a piece of that pie. You know,
See, I'm a bit of,
yeah. So you can make good money doing that. Like if you sell a $3 million house, even 3% of that's pretty good.
yeah. See, if I ever won like that much money, what I would end up doing is probably investing in my own like music studio.
Oh yeah, sure. Well, you don't need that much money to get a nice studio.
Yeah, I'd start up my own little company.
Give me a meal.
My studio, my man cave studio, is pretty good. You know, as it is, I don't think I've spent more than, if I include the computer, I don't think I've spent more than $3,000 or $4,000.
I would end up buying a house for me and a couple of buddies. That way we can stop paying stupid amounts of rent on an apartment.
That's for sure.
And then I would deck out my room.
I feel like we're making a pact. If any one of us win the lottery,
yeah,
then
I think I've played the lottery 3 times in my life.
I've played it many times.
All I ever won was a penny.
I would do it. I would say, "Hey, Rob, here, $1 million.
$1 million. You'd look me up? I would look you. I'd look up in the yellow pages in Indiana, and I'd go, all right, Nim Sudo. All right, let me see if I can find him. And then I can't find you, and then I'll just keep my money.
Yeah, I'll just come to your YouTube channel and be like, all right, man, where's my $1 million?
Exactly. I wouldn't say a word, though. I would not say a word.
Dirty man. Okay, it's me and you, Q.
Mm-hmm.
Million.
If I ever win the lottery, sure, I'll give you $1 million.
Sure. You got to put a caveat on that, because what if you only won like 1.5 million? You don't want to do that.
Well, then I'll give you $5 and a pat on the back.
Yeah, give me a percentage.
Come on, Rob. You're being super hypothetical.
Well, you only offered me 1% of your 100 million if you only gave me $1 million, right? So it's like I'll give you 1% of anything I make over $1 million.
Okay, I will still give you $1 million.
All right. If you won $1 million, you'd give me $1 million. Yeah,
but you said that you wouldn't
There's
do
no
the
way.
same thing for me and Q.
If I won 100 million, I'd give you $1 million for sure. Done. But I have to find you.
Q?
I have to find pseudonym. I promised the same to a guy by the name of Basement Dweller.
Yeah, if I ever win $100 million, I'll give you $1 million.
Done. It's a pact.
I will say, I don't like when it came to like when I lived in Vegas. When it came to gambling, the only thing I really enjoyed playing was poker.
Yeah,
I hated slot machines.
Don't be weird about it.
Poker's the only thing you have control over.
Dude, oh my gosh. And people would get so mad when I would win because I was younger than like everybody at the table.
Well, it might have been because you were playing sloppy too. And that's the thing. I don't like to go to Vegas and play because there's always some drunk, sloppy kid that has incredible luck.
See, I would never chase anything stupid.
It's all the time. I can't tell you the number of gut shot straights I've lost to on the river.
Yeah, that's never.
Where I've gone all in, and it's just like, forget about it, you know.
And then they flop it on the run.
Yeah, there was a tournament I was in once too, and there was a woman, and I was convinced it was the very first hand. It was the worst. The worst thing that can happen when you play something. I played. I'm trying to remember if it was a king, queen, or king, jack, and it was offsuit. So it wasn't the greatest hand to have, but it was the first hand, and I was excited. And it was a big tournament. It was like a $350 tournament that I bought in. And I thought, okay, it was one of the bigger, like that when I was just doing it I was just starting to make money. And this woman raises me when I flopped 2 pair, my king and jack or king, queen, whatever I had. And it turned out that she flopped a straight, but I was convinced that she was bluffing. And it was a shit straight too. It was like the board was like king, jack, 10, and she had like 9 queen or something offsuit, and it was just so bogus. And she didn't get me all in, fortunately, but it was a huge chunk. and she showed the cards, and I went, thank God that I folded. But it was poker is a rough game to play. So
it's
but it's
dangerous.
Fun. It's fun.
There was this local guy that came in every day, and we got to know each other by name. And one time we were all playing, he already folded, so it was just me and this other guy. And I won with Dead Man's Hand.
Is that too? What is that?
No, it's Ace of Spades, Ace of Clubs.
Okay, I didn't know that.
And he goes, "You actually win? You bet on that?" And I'm like, "Dude, the turnover was 2 aces. The fuck you mean I'm gonna fold this? Of course I'm gonna keep it."
Yeah, for sure. But that is a horrible hand when you get people to stay. Especially more than one. And I've lost aces more times than I can count too.
The one bad beat that I took, I lost like $300, but I was up like way too much. I was up 500 and I only brought 50 with me to gamble. But I lost. It was I needed a 7 of diamonds to complete my straight.
Yeah.
And the dude had 2 pair of 6, and it flopped a 6 of hearts, and he beat me out. I'm like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah, it's a horrible game. 7. I have a love-hate relationship with poker. So one of the great, actually, if it's a good reason to get a VR headset, is they have a really, really great app that's was designed by the Poker Stars guys. It's the only reason I have a VR headset is I'll play online. And have you ever tried that? It's really amazing.
I play like little casual phone games, but the only poker game that I play online, it's not really even poker. It's a roguelike game. It's called Balatro. So
I don't know it.
Yeah, it's a deck building game.
The poker one, I'm trying to remember what it's called. It's from Poker Stars. It's called Vegas Infinite, I think now. And you can I play with people who don't even speak English sometimes, and they're all in this virtual board, and you're an avatar, and you can move your hands and you can move the cards, and you do movements with your hands to throw the cards in and to grab your chips and stuff. It's pretty fantastic. And it can cost money if you want to buy chips and stuff, but it's not for real money.
Yeah, I always told myself one day I'm gonna go play in the World Series of Poker, because I would love that, dude. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, that would be, I'd get my ass beat probably round 1. I'm not gonna lie, but
that's
man,
what I'm saying.
So much fun.
I wanted to do it too. I was very into it in my 30s, and that's when it got big, when it was on TV all the time, and it was on ESPN all the time, and I really wanted to do it, but I'm convinced that just like that $350 tournament that I told you about, that I would be the one to flop 2 pair, and some woman is going to be there who flops a straight and with shit cards to start.
Yeah, dude, I love, like, I can't watch golf. I don't know what it is about golf. It is the most, that and NASCAR, dude. I can't stand NASCAR anymore. But I love watching World Series of Poker. Like, it's so, because like like I said, poker for me is all about the psychology at the table.
Oh yeah,
right. Yep. And just like I had a tell, and I let people in on it. Like, if I ever flopped like a 2-3 offsuit, I'm folding that shit instantly. I don't care.
So you already have them on the tip of your fingers, ready to throw them.
Yeah. That way, when I do decide I'm going to play on that 2-3, they're going to bite it just a little bit.
Well, the key is you never want to reveal that if you get the 2-3 and you're on the dealer chip, if you're on the button. So that's all position. So that's part of the strategy, because you can win a hand on the button with a 2-7 offsuit.
See, the shitty thing was I always got like, and I don't know like if it was just my luck or if the dealer was in on it, but every time I was small or big blind, I would get the worst hand every time. But when I wasn't, I'd get something good, like pocket kings or king jack, same suit, and it just, I'd be able to play it. But then when I got the big blind, it was like 3-4 offsuit, 5-7 offsuit.
They don't have any casinos and stuff where you are, do they?
They do, but I'm not a huge casino guy, if I'm being honest. Being around it constantly when I lived in Vegas and working in one kind of ruined it for me.
How long were you in Vegas?
I was in Vegas for about 5 years.
Okay, yeah, I have family there.
I'm never
my
moving
dad
back
out.
there.
My dad was there for a long time, and I have a brother that's there now. He's the last one there.
I'm never moving back, dude. I can't stand the heat.
Yeah, well, that's kind of LA gets that way too. But there's some nice areas there though, with some good prices on property. Although it's a little high right now. It'll come.
Yeah,
down.
I mean,
I love South Vegas, like where Enterprise is and all the houses there and the.
Oh yeah, they're pretty.
New houses, yeah, really nice communities down there.
See, like I didn't like living in Vegas for the simple fact that like it was just always going, and I'm more of I like to stay at home and mind my own business kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
But when I worked for a popular casino on the Strip, and dude, I shit you not, every time a Las Vegas game, the Las Vegas Knights would play, I could barely get to work because people would just crowd outside that stadium and watch it on a big TV. And I'm like, man, I'm just trying to get to work. Get out of my way.
Yeah, it amazes me that they built that football stadium there too. I went there for the first time in last December.
Oh, it's really pretty.
Oh, it's great. I went there the first time. I saw McCartney there in October of last year, and then I saw a football game in December. I saw the Raiders when they beat. I think they played the Giants, two horrible teams at the time.
Yeah.
And I think they beat them on like a last second touchdown. It's a beautiful stadium, but the traffic can be just such a bear there.
Dude, I've met a couple celebrities through the casino that I worked for. Like, I had no idea who he is, and people gave me shit for this for like a month. I met Carrot Top, and I had no idea who he was at all. And everyone's just like, how do you not know who Carrot Top is? I'm like, not every redhead knows every redhead, my guy.
Well, he was big in Vegas, though, because he was kind of like a fringe comedian. I mean, now. But he basically wasn't he at like a main casino for a long time?
I think he was at the Aria, but I can't remember.
Yeah, for like a decade or something, if not more. Like he was a resident comedian somewhere for a long time. That's the thing that kept his career alive there. It's the only reason I know. He was not very good. He was like Gallagher light. I don't know if you know who Gallagher is. He died.
Yeah, I watched like a few of his like show like on YouTube. It's not my style of comedy.
Not me either.
But I got to see Queen when they were doing their little run, which was awesome. I wish Freddie was still alive so I could have saw him.
Say you did it with Adam. What's his face?
Yeah, I saw him with Adam Lambert.
He's pretty good though.
Oh yeah, he's solid.
Yeah.
I saw Lady Gaga, but I got free tickets for that one. And I briefly talked to Bruno Mars at one point because he asked where the wine was.
Wow. He said where the wine at and where the
he was like, hey, can you tell me where the wine is? And I'm like, oh, it's over there, because I had to act professional, You
didn't start singing to him?
No, I would have got fired on the spot. Yeah, in our contracts that we had to sign, we had to part of it was we had to act professional if celebrities came in, and we could not ask
them that job. I wouldn't take that job because there's some celebrities I'd probably be a little goo-goo for.
Oh yeah. Another cool thing that I've experienced, and I lived in Kentucky for a few years, and I worked for a framing company, and somebody sent an original print of Downtown Abbey with all of the Beatles signatures on it.
Oh my God.
And it flopped on my desk, and I went to my manager with it very carefully in my hands, and I'm like, dude, either fire me right now or put this on someone else's desk, because I am not taking any chances with this.
And I'm quitting and I'm running away with this.
Yeah, like, he's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, this thing is worth triple what my life would be ever worth.
Yeah.
Not happening.
It's funny. How did you get into rap music?
Well, I grew up on rap. I grew up on country, and I'm autistic, so like I enjoyed poetry as well. And one day I just started doing it, and I realized that I could be pretty good at it if I put some effort into it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just started freestyling, and eventually I got to where I am. Like there's one point when I was at work and I was just rapping to myself. I didn't know I was doing it out loud. I thought in my head I was doing it in my head.
Funny.
And I looked up and there were like 6 or 7 people like, "Did you write that, or was that freestyle?" I'm like, "That was all freestyle and you weren't supposed to hear that."
Who were your big influences early?
I'd have to say Eminem, Tribe Called Quest, Andre 3000.
Okay.
Oh, dude, Slick Rick.
From Grandmaster Flash, I think, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what is his name? Hang on, it's killing me. Give me 1 second.
A really great soundtrack. It was probably the last great soundtrack that I cared about, or with the version of rap that I liked. It was there was a 90s film called Office Space. You familiar with that?
Yeah, I love Office Space. I'm going to burn this place to the ground.
Yeah, the soundtrack with that is amazing. So they've got Ice Cube's Down with Whatever, which is so good. That's the one that goes, "Damn, I'm such a G. It's pathetic. Here comes the big N-word."
Yeah.
And there was Scarface is on there. He was a member of the Ghetto Boys, and the Ghetto Boys are on there too. Scarface is the one that starts it when the white guy with the glasses, Michael Bolton's in the car, and he's blasting, "Now the funeral is over." Right? Do you remember that one? Right at the beginning. Yep. And then he sees a black guy right outside the window, and he turns down the sound and closes his windows and locks his door.
Slick Rick, that's who I was thinking of.
Yeah, Slick Rick. I just remember he was in Grandmaster Flash, if we're thinking of the same. I know it was a Slick Rick. Grandmaster Flash was one of my favorites. In addition to a band, you can look them up if you don't know them, called Whodini. WHODINI. And they had a song called Friends and 5 Minutes of Funk, and Freaks Come Out at Night.
Freaks Come Out at Night. Yep, I know that one.
Yeah, all 3 of those songs are. 5 Minutes of Funk is one of my favorite songs. If you don't know that one, that is super fun.
Nowadays, I listen to a lot of like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole. Like I prefer. Oh, sorry.
That's okay. I was going to ask you if you liked Kanye. Because I don't. I don't really. I don't like, a lot of people are totally into him, and it's not because of his eccentricity and he's weird and whatever, but I just never thought it was all that clever. Like I think Lamar is.
I liked a few of his albums. Like Graduation was definitely a top project. But I don't really like him now. And it has some of this stuff to do with some of the stuff he's been saying recently.
Yeah, well, I think he's kind of autistic too, I would say.
Like I like some of it. Like I loved Stronger, which was the song that he worked with Daft Punk to make. Because I love Daft Punk. Oh my god, I love Daft Punk.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I also used to listen to like Whitesnake.
Okay, that's not rap,
dude. Still of the Nights, dude. I can't. Every time I hear Still of the Night, it just that one solo, and I think it's a stand-up bass. I'm not 100% sure. Either that or that I read that it was an electric guitar played with a stand-up bass's bow.
That's interesting. I don't know.
It's so good.
Well, stand-up bow is used best by a band by the name of Sigur Rós. Sigur. It's one word, ROS, and they did the soundtrack for Vanilla Sky. If you ever saw that film, which a lot of people hate, it was a Cameron Crowe movie. I think it's fantastic. It's with Tom Cruise, but there's if you listen to the soundtrack of Vanilla Sky. Look up for that, and you'll hear Sigur Rós. And the guitarist there uses a bow on the guitar with heavy reverb and delay, and it's so good. But I don't think Whitesnake ever used a stand-up bass ever. But I mean, I don't know what song you're talking about. I know some Whitesnake, but
have you heard the song "Still of the Night"?
I probably have heard of it. I don't know how it goes. I'm trying. The Whitesnake song I know is "Here I Go Again" out on my own.
Yeah.
That's the one that I only know off the top of my head. That's a weird. You kind of have an eclectic music taste then if you added Whitesnake.
Oh, dude, I grew up on weird things. Like my music taste is so vast. I have a Spotify playlist that has over 156 hours worth of music.
Wow.
And it's all different kinds of genres. Like rap, I rap because it's the easiest thing to do. But like I'm learning guitar again. I'm trying to get into different genres. Like I want to do alternative music.
Great. Have you put out anything?
Just the song that Brandon played. That's basically it.
But have you put it out on anything on Spotify or anything like that?
Oh no.
It's very easy. It's very easy and it's cheap. So if you take the song that you have right now and you want to put it out on Spotify, it's only $10.
The only problem is because it has a copyrighted instrumental, I couldn't put it on Spotify.
True. That's true. You use a loop. Yeah, you try and come up with something.
Oh yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I'm in right now this week. I think probably Friday or Saturday. I'm getting with a buddy, and he's going to show me how to work with a certain DAW program.
Which one is he going to show you? Pro Tools, or it's just going to be?
It's called Reaper.
Okay, I don't know that. I use Reason, which is
I've heard Reason's pretty good.
Reason is crazy because it basically emulates real equipment. And you can actually, turn the equipment around and see the entry points and these virtual cables. You can plug into virtual ports on real, like it's basically virtual versions of real equipment and a rack.
Yeah.
And you can play around with all this stuff, and it's absolutely amazing and super easy to use.
What I want to do at some point in the next few months is get my hands on a guitar that can plug into my computer. And a drum pad.
Yeah, well, the great thing about the modern DAWs right now is they usually have a ton of drum loops.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't need the pad as much as you need, because you can get a lot of ideas down with drum loops. And you just need a MIDI keyboard. What you need for a guitar to plug in is you obviously need a guitar that has a plug-in. And then you just get a regular little interface. Like there's one, I have a USB board that I plug into, but I'm trying to remember the one that I have. It's like by Focusrite, and I think it's a Scarlett. It's called Scarlett 2i2, something like that.
Yeah,
that's the last one. It's really easy, and all it does is plugs in your computer with a USB, and you're able to plug your guitar in.
Yeah, I've always just been into music. Like I remember I used to go to a campground when I was a kid, and they would hold like open mics and stuff, and I would perform when I could. It was really fun.
Yeah, I lead worship I've been leading worship at churches for the last 20 years.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and I put out about 5 albums and about 6 or 7 singles.
Yeah, I'm currently working on learning Black Hole Sun on guitar because I want to do a cover of that.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah, and I think it also might be an alternate tuning. I'm not 100% sure, but it's awkward.
It's a weird tuning, and I need to get a capo because I don't have one right now. A lot of my music stuff got either lost in move or in a house fire. So,
capos aren't that expensive, so it's not that.
No.
And you could find on Craigslist or something, you could find guitars for pretty cheap.
Yeah, I'm not looking to get like a Les Paul or anything.
You don't need to. The guitar I use, it's expensive for most. It's probably a $600 guitar. So a lower end Martin acoustic, which is I record most of my stuff on now.
Martins are good.
Martins are great, but the higher end guitar that I had was actually two Taylors. I have a 314 CE, which was one of my favorite guitars, but not as good as the lower end Martin. And I have a Taylor 214 CE too.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot of guitars, but you don't. In order to record just decent music, to put some ideas down, you don't need to do much. And the truth is, too, unfortunately or fortunately, whatever, AI is kind of taking over, and AI is pretty cool. Have you tried that?
No, a lot of my friends do. It's not something I'm too keen on.
I get it. Yeah, I mean, especially if you're into the idea of wanting to record your own music.
Yeah, I mean, it's useful. Like, there's a lot of things you can do with programs like that now, but
it's taken ideas that I've had. Like, if you listen to the music on my newest songs this year, mm-hmm. I used AI, but I uploaded to AI Suno. I uploaded my originals, and it took my originals and it changed some of the arrangements and made them even better. And one of those songs is "The Gospel Comes Alive." If you check that
really
out,
cool. Yeah, if you want to put a link to your,
yeah, let me see. You can find it on my channel. I don't know if you're on my YouTube channel. But the instrumentation is I can play you or show you one day. I send you a copy of the original. But what they did with it, what the AI did, it's brilliant, and I had to use it as is. And I sang my vocal. Basically, it was similar melody with the vocal, but it when you hear the gospel thing comes alive, it's like a glitch kind of thing. That was totally AI's idea.
Yeah. Well, I have subbed to your channel.
I'll post the link in the private. Where are we? Won't let me post. Nope. I'm getting ready to go to bed, though. I gotta get up for work. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I was just about to say I'm about to end this too, because I gotta get to sleep soon too.
To you before, so it was cool.
Yeah, man, it was nice talking to you. Nice to meet you too.
All right, I'm putting it in the private. And pseudonym, yeah, the pact is still valid. $1 million if I win 100 million. He's probably sleeping now. I appreciate it, Q. And good luck with your contest. And I'll sub to your thing and just keep announcing it. And I'll see if I can vote for you tomorrow too.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, brother. Take it easy.
You too.
All right, bye.